Now everybody, Sodaron here. Hey now, I'm just warming up. I'm gonna make a run on my practice tool thing here to work on my daily micro, and I do this to test microphone levels, etc. Just to make sure that I'm broadcasting you the best product that I can. So. Brand new day here, so we got to catch up and do game 3 of the last series we were working on. So I'm wanting to know when my volume spikes, if I'm talking too loud, or hey now, hey now, hey now. See, when you get lazy with words, the way you're pronouncing them, I see it spikes. You got to enunciate everything. Hey now. Hey now. So Lucian bot, he's pretty tough. Who should we be? We have all of them unlocked here because we're on the beta server. So, oh, you know what? We'll do Bel'Veth just to show off. Just to show her off. She's probably like press the attack. Something like that. Might be press the attack. I don't really like this because we're not working on the actual mechanics. Well, I guess we can go lane with her. That's what we'll do. Whoa. Alright, here we go. We're gonna lane Bel'Veth into Lucian. I think the E. I think her E. Watch her be really good in lane or something. Some of these champions, they make her like OP'd in a different role, and they know that, but they don't want people using them in that role, so they don't. Whoa, that's got a 20-second cooldown. I don't think she's going to be good laning at all. But I just wanted to show her off because we're here on the PBE server, so. The way I've practiced her a few times on here, so I know how she works jungling, but again, in lane, I don't know. She has these dashes. Like, I'll show you. Whoa. Pretty crazy. Oh! See, I don't have plasma on him, so I can't dash towards him. Or something like that. Not bad for a first-time Bel'Veth. It's got a lot of sustain. Whoa! But she has 4 dashes, so she could potentially move gap close 4 times. It's a lot of distance. Oh, I'm out of here. Watch this. Look how far she can. Oh, I don't know why she can't. See, there's limits. There's 4, but like you can only do 2 of them. You gotta have plasma stacked on the opponent or something. I might be able to take this trade. Oh! Oh! What do we want to build on Bel'Veth, the Queen of the Void? Hey now, everybody. Let's see what do I turn into? A giant monster thing? We're gonna back and get an item first before we test that out. Whoa! I guess we're gonna test it out now. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know how her ult works. Oh, there it is. Look at me, I'm a giant thing of the void. I don't know how you describe that. It kind of looks like Vel'Koz a little bit. Female Vel'Koz. Hey now, everybody. Look at me, I'm a giant flying thing. So, I don't know what you call her when she's in that form. She's apparently the Queen of the Void. And she's got a human form she'll be in. It's pretty tough. She's better in lane than I thought she would be. 32, we're way off from our mark. Generally, what we're trying to do here, let me explain. What's the 5 passive? We're trying to hit a goal of 10 CS or 100 CS at 10 minutes into the game, which they factor out to like 10 CS per minute. But I don't really, you don't have to exactly get 10 per minute to hit that goal. But I'm not so good in the maths. I guess I'm gonna have to go and heal on a minion wave. One of her abilities lets her heal up big time. It's kind of like Aatrox and Shyvana put together and Lucian. Can you all hear my music out there? You shouldn't be able to. Whoa. I think you're supposed to max her Q first, and I'm trying to max the lifesteal one, which may not even be worth it because it has a very high cooldown time. It's really strong. See? It took half his health and healed me. Oh. I don't get her. I don't understand her ult at all. Oh well, we're gonna learn. So 53 CS at 9 minutes. It's not good in my opinion, but we should catch up around 13 minutes, 14 minutes in the game and be like 120 CS. And I have a 2-level advantage on Lucian. What does that do? Lavender stack. Oh, my true form. Oh. So whatever Bel'Veth is supposed to be. I guess it's a champion that Riot has had canned for since like the very first year and could never get it to work right. Uh-oh. And so they finally got it. After using the ability, Bel'Veth becomes ghosted in her next 2 attacks. Okay, so that's the thing she gets from her ult that spawns. Bel'Veth gains 1 lavender stack for all large monsters or takedowns and 2 for champion. Oh, you get 2 and gives you permanent attack speed. Oh, that's nifty. Testing. Is the mic sound okay? Hey now, everybody. Hey now. I gotta do more VOD reviews. Hey now. She farms the jungle really fast, though. It's like I said, I mean, she is designed to be a jungler. That's why I didn't even really want to play her, but she's doing all right in lane. But she's designed to be a jungler, so that means to me that why even really mess with her in lane? But I wanted to try her out. And sometimes there's champions that Riot doesn't tell you where they do well in. They'll tell you, well, this champion's designed for this role, but it might shine somewhere else. But they don't want you to know that, so they don't have to patch it. So let's get a lavender. I think you, like I said, I think you're supposed to, I don't know why won't that do anything? You're supposed to level up the dashes, I think. Yeah, because it would be clearing waves right now, so I should have done that. I will live and learn. This one's a good ability, though. It gives you, well, see, to me, that lifesteal is a big difference from the first level of it to the last, 28 to 20. But yeah, it's not the efficient way to level her, or to skill her up. Should have done the dashes. I don't know what that... Don't you eat that or something? Consuming... What do I have to do to consume that? I don't know. I'm confused, everyone. At least I'm figuring it out for you, though. So once you get to play her, you'll know. So I should be dashing her through the minion waves with the Q. and it would be like instantly clearing this wave. Oh well. She's fun. I don't know what she's supposed to look like. A giant flying monster thing from the void. I want them to rework Cho'Gath. That would be really nice. Please, Riot. Please rework Cho'Gath. That's what she is, right? She's from Cho'Gath land. She can't get through this wall. Or I'm just not good with her. I think I'm just going to try 1v1ing Lucian into this minion wave that you should never do. I keep missing the big cannon minions. Pretty tanky. Higher level. I don't know, I don't get how that thing works. I don't think that mechanic is very good. Her ult spawns a thing that you click on the ground and it does something for you. When you click that, it activates her true form for 60 seconds. Void Coral from Epic Monsters. What is she like with lifesteal then? I wasn't paying attention there. I was reading. I was thinking, like, what would she be like with lifesteal then, since her E has 28% lifesteal on it, which is, wow. And she gets 70% damage reduction. But see, this does 100% minion damage at the highest. I was just thinking, what would she be like with a Bloodthirster? Or a Blade of the Rune King with that much lifesteal? I'd give her 50% lifesteal. Death's Dance it is. The smartest choice. There's a giant flying void monster coming at you. Watch out. I don't know why you can't. There's a limit. It gives you 4 dashes, but you have to get plasma procced off. But it doesn't really make sense. There's something where, like, for the first 2, you don't need plasma, which, like, the void characters proc, like Kai'Sa and Vel'Koz, and you can't dash that second or that third or fourth time unless you auto it and get plasma stacked onto whatever you're trying to dash through. That's what I'm trying to explain. Death's Dance should be really good on her though, because you got 28% lifesteal, and then this ignores incoming damage to offset that lifesteal to heal you. That's why I went with it over the Bloodthirster, because it's probably more efficient for the money, the armor, the stats it adds, and what it does, instead of the life, just plain lifesteal on the Bloodthirster and attack damage. At least you get a shield, right? See, I was tanking the turret with my E. Well, it gives me the 28% lifesteal and 70% damage reduction. You can, oh, she can dive with that. Yeah. See, there's my coral. This is the thing, this is the mechanic that goes in her ult. That she gets a void coral and has to consume it. And it's not working right. It might be because I'm on the test server. Alright. Well, I guess I'm not as talkative today because I'm busy learning Bel'Veth. Which I guess is how you pronounce her. People pronounce action, but I think it's action. It's like an anagram or whatever of the word action. They're trying to be clever. Action. It's just action. I can see through your little tricks, right? Okay, where's my void coral? Now, I'm supposed to click that. It does something. And it's not doing anything. Unless, oh, I see. I'm the idiot. You have to hit the R button to proc that. See, I was under the, I thought that you just walk up to it, click it, but you don't. You have to click R on it. It doesn't say that anywhere. I need to describe that. Well, I guess there's the freak video, I'm sure, that would show you how to do that. So. But there's one thing, if you play Bel'Veth and you don't understand her ult completely, there's a thing that spawns on the ground, you can't miss it, called an ivory or a coral. An ivory, there's no ivory, I'm sorry, it's lavender. But you have to click, you have to hit the R button on it, or it doesn't do anything. Like this. There, it took me a whole game to figure that out. But there you go, folks. That's why I'm here, to teach you. It's not really me being smarter or better. I'm just taking the time that you don't have and we're figuring it out together. Alright, well, let's go spend our 4K in the shop. %, life steal, and then I've got 28 on top of that. And now I'm shielded also. And I've got 70% damage reduction with my E. Again, her ult, you hit R on the coral, the void coral. It kind of looks like a tombstone that's purple. This, you click R on it. I thought you just walk up and click it, but you don't. It gives her a buff. So she did pretty well in lane against Lucian bot. See, I'm close to my goal. I've got 200 CS at 24 minutes. See, I'm a couple minutes off of where I want to be that the pros are at. To be truthful to you, I'm off by a minute or two. But it is the first time with Bel'Veth in lane, and so it's not bad. The longer you go, that number is easier and easier to obtain. The 100 at 10 is the real difficult one that I could never reach. I'm always about 80 at 10 minutes. But the very best players in the world, they hit those numbers. And so until other players hit those numbers, then they're never gonna be as good. They must practice and get that good before they start talking and saying telling everyone how good they are. And then they can't hit to see it. Like, that's the thing. Some of these top players, I can tell my knowledge, and I can tell what players are really, really good and what aren't from the CS numbers in games. But they're kind of fibbing to people because they're not as good as they say they are. Their numbers don't lie. So it's pretty easy to spot, like just judging the profiles and CSing numbers in games to the time. You can see like a faker or a Chovy to a, I don't know, put whatever generic mid laner you want. I'm unbiased in this channel. I don't know. Kind of feels like she's a champ that doesn't have an ult, which I think people don't enjoy champs like that, like Udyr, that don't have some type of ult that is fun. The game stays the same since level 1, folks. So it's the same no matter what. No matter the items you get a cooler spell at level 6, but nothing changes. So it's just as fun at level 1 as it is at level 18 with full items. But I think most people don't see that, and they're playing because they can't wait to get that ult and they can't wait to get that first item. But to be honest, truthfully, it's the same throughout ever at the level 1. The level 1 to 2 is the most important in the entire game to practice, to work on. That's why you can do it in the practice tool instead of wasting, I can get right back in there right now. Here, I'll show you why this practice tool is so great. All right, so you guys just practice the game there and you hit play again. And one thing that's nice is being able to practice against the same opponent again, because rarely in solo queue, I guess until you're very high up in Challenger where there's only 3 champs played in each role, where you get to play and practice against the same character anyways. So like I don't really want to play Bel'Veth, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to pick her again. Because what's important is getting to play the same characters back to back to back. Whereas you were playing solo queue, you're going to wait. I'll probably be on the Rift and already 10 minutes into the game before you're into your game on solo queue, and then somebody leaves and then you're frustrated, and you're very frustrated compared to me because you've had to wait in solo queue and put up with this and that and not get your role. And here I am. I'm not wasting my day. I'm not wasting time. People will say, well, it's against a bot. That doesn't matter. The laning, the minion wave farming does not change. It's obviously in solo queue against a human player, it is going to be different. But the actual, what you're trying to do in the lane doesn't change. You're trying to hit those numbers of the CS, the 10 per minute. I don't see average players come anywhere close to that. I don't even think they understand that concept. I think they think the game's all about getting kills, but it's not. You can win a game without getting any kills. Up in there, I forgot to take the phone off the hook, and I'm glad that I got it on my test, huh? Well, I took a lot of damage on that trade.
Call from Martin Charles.
I get all these calls, spam calls.
Call from Martin Charles.
I don't even like having a landline phone. It's just like a license to let somebody harass you with trying to sell you something. And Lucian is really strong low level, so I'm gonna have to back. But it's okay, you just back if you need. Don't give the opponent a kill. He can only push up so far, and then he can't get higher CS numbers anyways. Once he gets to that turret, he can't even CS till it pushes up and loses a wave. Can you all hear my music? It's really good retro stuff. I could play it. I don't think it would get me in trouble with anything because it's free. You download it from his website for free. Her heal is really nice. I don't understand how her plasma procs exactly. I just don't get it. I'm guessing her build is you do Q first, which the last game I took the E first. Conqueror. Conqueror saved my life. She can she's like I saw a famous person that lives in Korea that does content, and he's not Korean, say that she's like Shyvana. She's more like Renekton. She can dash in and out on trades. Whoop. The damage reduction saved my life. I think Immortal Shield Bow might be really good on her. After using an ability, Bel'Veth becomes ghosted after her next 2 attacks and gains 31 attack speed. So she ability and gets an attack speed boost, huh? $31 for her after using like her dash. She has a weird kit, so it's gonna take a while to figure all this out. This was a champion, you can go read it on a fandom page or whatever, but this champion is one that Riot has had for 10 years, and they couldn't figure out how to get the kit to work like they wanted to and be balanced. But she uses an ability and gets a big attack speed boost. don't know, I'm new with her, you know? I guess I gotta attack those first before I try to swim through them. Or fly, bat, or like a manta ray. Is she a bat? Is she a manta ray? Is she a branto ray? I don't know. So is it she can only do 2 dashes and then the other 2 there's something special I gotta do? Big manta ray or bat. I think she looks more like a manta ray than a bat. That's why I said swimming. Yeah, and she looks like she's swimming more than she's flying. Ah, man. Here I've got 52. I would like to have 70. 70 or 80. Well, I'd like to have 90 right now. I should have 90 CS. That's how bad I am. But, I mean, I'm not that far off from pro players CSing. It's just the very best players, I'm telling you, they hit that CS number, and it's because they've practiced that champion that much. And the good bit of the players aren't as practiced on all the champions as they should be. They don't spend their time practicing like they should, but that's what they choose. And they kind of act like they're guilty about something because they're very defensive. A lot of the pro players. I think personally, from an older person point of view, it's job security, and they don't want to help somebody because they're afraid they're going to take their job away. It's a problem I have in this League of Legends esports community is people aren't nice at all. Like, you try to ask I've been in it for 10 years, and I've tried to talk to I don't know how many coaches and stuff, and I gotta say, Mac, you're the most down-to-earth person. Like, you can't talk or ask anyone. They automatically are better than you if they're in like a coach on a team or something, and they automatically know everything, and they don't want to help you. Like, I want to get in the community. I want to help others. That's the whole point of being here, not to be a jerk to everyone and shove them away and close the door in their face. But I guess they feel like they're in a very exclusive club, and they're afraid to let anyone else in because they're going to take it away from them. So Peter's very down to earth too, done. But most of the coaches and players, wow. Don't get me started. Of course, I'm judging from the outside looking in, so I guess truly I don't know. So y'all. See, I'm close to it now. Like I said, it gets easier the longer you go. It's just really difficult to get that 100 CS at 10 minutes, but it is very possible. You just have to be that practice. That's why you sit here and do this. It's not a waste of time. We've played Bel'Veth 2 times now, and the time it would take somebody probably in a solo queue would be about halfway through their first game right now. That's why I don't... people want to flame me or stuff about my accounts. I have a bunch of accounts. I don't sit and rank up, though, because I think it's a huge waste of time in a solo queue anyways. So I have multiple accounts, and then I can go back and forth as fast as I can. I think it's all about using your time correctly. Not correctly, efficiently. Don't waste your time. And on the NA server, if I'm playing NA solo queue, I feel like I'm ranked. I mean, I'm wasting my day. And the reason why is most of the people, they want to drag the game out for 40 minutes. And if you watch Korean solo queue, they try to finish it before 20. That should be the goal. Don't want to drag a game out for 40 minutes. Maybe some big epic professional match somewhere that's like T1 versus RNG. That's fine, but every game in solo queue and drag it out for 40 or 45 minutes where you could win and you've got teammates that go, well, I want to see if I can 1 versus 5 with this character since I've got 3 items on him. And it's not fun to me. And plus, I've always said that I've never had a duo partner. I've always said the whole ranked system was a joke. It's inflated. It's not even real. Because it's a bunch of people carrying each other because they take a buddy in. I've always played it alone. There's a huge advantage from playing it with a buddy and being able to communicate with them and do things together in a game, whereas me, I'm with brand new strangers every time. At least at the high end, like in Challenger, I'm with the same people I know every time. That's why, like in Korean solo queue, they do the thing where they go open mid at 18 minutes in or whatever, because they're wasting their time. Everyone can play past 20 minutes. It's the first 20 minutes that everyone needs the practice on. People can play with 6 items and all the... It's just, I think they're not interested in the game until they get to like level 6 and get some items first. When, like I said, it's the same at level 1 as it is 18. You know, there's like a filter. Hold on. You know, I mean, like, yeah, like your spells and stuff do more damage higher on, but everything has higher hit points and armor by that time. So there's just like a common damage percentage that stays the same the higher you go. So it doesn't really change at level 1 to level 18. Let's get some cooler stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing everyone. Anyways, I'm at 133 CS at 16 minutes. That's good to me. I think I can leave this game happy. Okay, so this is my test. I am just testing this because coming up on my stream, on my channel, I will have Game 3 of MSI Knockout Stage Day 1. I don't know why I put D2 on there, but anyways, it will be the last of the first series, and then we'll start on the next series, T1 versus G2. We got to get this last game out of the way, so I'm going to take a break. gonna test this video out, make sure my voice level is good and everything. I care about the content quality and I care about you viewers.